Hey guys, Team Bortle here at the YCS Secaucus, New Jersey event. We're contestant that made top 32. What deck did you play and who are you, buddy?
Hi, my name's Gabe Franc, and I played Altergeist.
Altergeist?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What deck took you out?
I just lost top 32 to Sky Strikers.
Sky Strikers?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Game 3. Yeah.
That's what's up.
It happens. Everybody's playing it, so.
Yeah. Is this like your first top or something? Or?
First YCS top, yeah.
Ooh, very nice, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's get into the sauce, man.
Sure. So to start with, for the monsters, 3 Marionetter. Obviously really good setting the spell, or setting the traps, and then the effect to be a wolf bark to special the others from grave. Really important. 3 multi-faker. Obviously, this is why everybody's playing the deck now.
Of course.
Yeah, it's really good to summon any of them. Just it's a tour guide. It's good. 3 Milliseek, another good card. All these cards are just good starters. Using this with Link Karibo and the popping effect, good. 2 Silquetus for the Kieran effect, and 1 Konkuri. This card's really cool. So it's like a battle fader, and then it's like a Fiendish Chain for any card on the field. So it's a good combo.
Is that one normally used in these builds?
Some people are playing 1. It's common OCG. People are playing either 1 or 0. But I think it's pretty good, especially with Silquetus, so you can stop 2 attacks with it. And then for the hand traps, 3 Ash and 3 Cherries. Yeah, Ash is pretty standard. And then Cherries, just because I have a pretty loose extra deck.
That is true, right?
Yeah, so I can just play all the stuff.
How come you didn't want to use like Draw and Lock? Is that not?
So with Draw and Lock in this deck, my deck is all the monsters are really low, and with Draw and Lock you'd have to want to kill them the next turn, and because if not they'll just be able to go off again the following turn. So I just figured Draw was not that good for this deck.
Okay, sounds good.
Then for the spells I only play 4, 2 Duality and 2 Desires. I don't want to see multiples, and I at least want to see one of them to dig and then to draw.
You tried out, 3-ups, the different ratio on Desires and
It's not that good to do 3-ups because you really don't want to see multiples, and Duality is really only good on your first turn when you're not special summoning, because a lot of times you are special summoning a lot, either doing Marionetter, so it's good to dig in, get key cards that you're missing, and Desires is just good to just draw to.
Did Desires ever cost you a game this event? Or?
Sometimes I did banish both of the Silquetus, but in that case I just used Multi-Faker to get Milliseek, and yeah, it was fine. I mean, it wasn't that crucial. And then banishing sometimes the one of Konkuri. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but I would rather just draw 2 cards.
Sweet. So 4 spells.
Yep. For the traps, 2 Protocol, 2 Manifestation, and 3 Spoofing. This is pretty standard. You could, in theory, cut one of the manifestations because it's now ruled correctly, like in Japan, where you could just bounce it back and still keep the monster. But I played 2 just because of Desires and banishing it.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and the rest of the cards are just good.
So it's a 40 count, right?
41 in the main.
41.
Yeah. 3 Anti-Spell and Imperial Order. Just because I was really angry against Sky Strikers, just wanted a lot of cards that were really good against them.
Oh yeah. They would like change their like Hornet and stuff, right?
Yeah, they can, but typically I'll have something else to stop when they link summon. So they can chain their Hornet, but I typically have something else to stop.
Nice. Did Cherries go in clutch against like Sky Strikers this event?
It was really good, except there was one game against Sky Strikers. I drew no monsters or anything good besides Anti-Spell and Cherries, and he still won that game. So, yeah. But typically the Anti-Spell and the Cherries are really good.
Yep.
And then the Solemns, I sided these out pretty much every game because of the new time rule.
Oh, of course.
But besides that, they were really good. They just stopped a bunch of stuff.
First, you would maybe keep the strike or something, right? Or?
I have other stuff for going first.
Right. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the final 3 cards I played were 3 Mind Crush.
Ooh.
So Mind Crush is very good in this deck, and I don't think a lot of people are playing it.
Yeah, it's a combo with one of your monsters, right?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of stuff with it. Like obviously, every deck search is in the mirror match. You could hit Multi-Faker, and then Sky Strikers. You could hit what they search. It's good against evenly matched. When they get, say, battle phase, you just flip Mind Crush.
Yes, that is your freaking bane, dude. Like,
yeah. And then there's like the old Teller Knight combo where you have Siliquidus, bounce a card, and then you can just Mind Crush it if you really want to get it away. So there's that. It's 41 cards, as I said. No Torrential. I think Torrential's really bad. Everything floats.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah.
And no infinite impermanence, if you guys notice, because I don't want to pay a bunch of money for that card.
Hey, man. Budget deck right here.
Yeah, exactly. Except for the Ash, but
of course.
But Ash wasn't that. Honestly, Ash wasn't that good, so you could take those 3, put in whatever.
There you go.
1 Link Karibo.
Extra deck now, nice.
Yeah. Went into this a bunch, and 2 Hextia. These 3 cards were pretty much the only 3 that I made. They're really, really good. Sometimes, maybe I want a 3rd, but not really. One of this guy, I never made it. One of this guy, I was thinking about making it, but then we were getting close to time, and I just didn't have a chance because of the new time rule.
Very nice.
1 Akashik. These 2, just to sometimes make, or just to cherries it. And then the rest of the cherries targets. Yeah, I didn't play any Spirals, didn't play any Pendulum, didn't play any ABC. I did this once against something. It didn't really matter. But these are the 3 main ones. Every time I played against Goki, I had cherries hit this, and they couldn't do anything. And then it's pretty good against Sky Strikers hitting one of these, but there may be some better stuff. It depends.
It's all good.
And then finally,
Spicy side deck right here.
yeah, so 1 Gamma Seal, just 1 for the Sky Striker matchup, so you can put it on their guy. They can't activate their spells because they control a monster on the main monster zone. And only need 1 because you can bounce it back with Siliquidus. 3 Sphere Mode for the big Troy Mare decks that just make that just make boards that you can't break. 2 Inspector Border for the Mirror Match or Pure Trickstar. I didn't play either, so didn't come in.
Okay.
3 Shared Ride. I pretty much sided this every game. Shared Ride's good because it plays around Red Reboot and Evenly Match, and obviously it's good because all the decks searched. 3 Wiretap for the Mirror and for all the decks that, because every deck's putting Red Reboot or Evenly Match for me, and 1 hit those, and then 3 Heavy Storm Duster. This was for the Mirror Match. This was for Sky Strikers when I was going first. Especially with Anti-Spell, they set their cards, then I Heavy Storm Duster it, and yeah, no, it's just really good. It's better than Twin Twister for me since I don't have to ditch a card. But yeah, and that's the deck.
That's pretty nice. Any shout outs you have, my guy?
Shout outs to everybody in Philly, my locals, Alternate Universe, Rice Bowls, Wolfpack, Overgrind, everybody from Philly. They all know who they are. Special shout outs to my friends JT, Brandon, Ray for lending me the Link Rebo and some of the cherries targets. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.